Hello, welcome back to 2 Hours the Hard Way. I'm Ricole.
And I'm Rhonda.
And today we're going to talk about does weight play a role in intimacy? So, well, I'm not going to say hypothetically. Do you feel like weight plays a role in intimacy for you?
I 100% do.
Okay.
I and it's a mental thing.
Okay.
I'm more like if I don't. Usually they say if you feel good, you look good, or what is it? Am I saying
feel good about yourself?
Okay. Yeah. So I don't think for me it does, because if I don't feel good about if I don't think I look good, it's going to be hard for me to be intimate. Only because I'll be in my mind. I'll be in my mental space.
I can understand that. But for me, a woman who changes goes up and down. I've been super skinny. I've been thick like I am right now. I feel like it's, like you said, it is a mental thing.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm very much confident with whatever size I am. Do I like my weight? Maybe not. But I'm very much confident in who I am and what I bring to the table. And I feel like whatever man I'm dating at the time, he sees what I look like. And so he very much is evidently into whatever I look like, whether I'm small or whether I'm large. So I feel like that part doesn't bother me as much. I feel like he is going to be welcome in whatever size I am. So I am very much into lingerie and all that kind of stuff, and have a plethora of different sizes. And so, I'm always talking to you about how to get risque or do little things, or even with you not being necessarily confident at times, or how you can just conceal that and still exude that sexiness for your mate. So,
and I agree that for my partner, I still need to be what is the word I'm looking for? Available, I guess. Is that the word I'm looking for? I don't know if that's the word. Let me finish my thought. But for me, in order for me to even get there, I want to feel good I just want to feel good. And so I do know that I need to get into the gym. I need to eat better, to look better. I need to do those things. So in my mind, I need to, and it's gonna be hard for me, I think, to just accept the weight that I've gained. I have gained weight. I used to be super, and I don't want to be super skinny. I don't want to be there. She was
a brick house, y'all. She had like a little waist and it's a big old booty. What them video people got now, that's what she had.
I don't want to be, I don't want to be skinny, but I don't want to be flabby. So I think if I can at least tone up, I'll feel a lot better.
I mean, and I totally agree with you. I mean, there's nothing wrong with being healthy. My grandson says that to me. He's like, he calls me Dita. He's like, Dita, I just want you to be healthy. So I get there's nothing wrong with being healthy, because he's like, you're not fat, but I want to be, I agree with you, toned up. But I also am very confident within myself, whether what size I am. So it does not matter to me. And the only part that probably matters for me is maybe not being as flexible as I used to be. And so if I can get my flexibility back, it's on and popping. So it's already, well, it ain't on and popping right now. But anyway,
well, she said she could throw her leg behind her head.
Right. Right. So, I would love to be able to be as flexible as I was before. And I do agree with you. You want to be able to look good in the lingerie and feel. So you want to be able to give that look that you're trying to give off. So you want to feel confident in that. But for me, what I was going to say to you is, if my partner is showing me that he likes all of this, then I think sometimes we need to get out of our head, because we can also mess things up and not even necessarily know that we're messing things up
Mm-hmm.
in the bedroom
Mm-hmm.
because we're in our head per se.
Mm-hmm.
And he's not even thinking nothing about that and think you're the most beautiful
Mm-hmm.
woman in the world. But of course, we're like, ooh, don't touch that. Ooh, stop doing that.
So,
Ooh, don't.
in my mind, even though he may be okay, I have to be okay.
I get that.
So if I'm not okay, and it has nothing to do with him, it's me. So if I'm not okay, it's just going to be hard. And I'm not going to say I'm not intimate at all, but I could be much more once I get to where I think I look better. I don't even have to be, I don't have to be like how I was in my 20s, but just better. So I think once I get there, it's going to be a whole lot better, even on our marriage, because he's probably not going to be able to control me as far as
that.
Yeah, he'll be like,
where'd this person
come from?
Yeah. I mean, so then in saying that, then you need to quit talking about it and doing it then.
That's true. Because I'm a big talker.
Yeah, we both are.
I'm a big talker.
We both are. And I blame it on my schedule, and I blame it on my age, and I blame it on we work 2 jobs, and I blame it on, there's always a bunch of excuses of why I don't do it.
Mm-hmm.
But again, like we say, we can't just keep sitting around talking about it, because if we really want the results, we do need to do it.
Mm-hmm.
But I know that I'm single, so right now I don't have to impress nobody.
Mm-hmm.
So I really don't care too much about it. I mean, I care about it, don't get me wrong, but I'm not, I guess, in this major rush, because I got other things on my plate right now.
And then when we say even eating better, we're going to the grocery store anyway. So why just not pick the healthier food?
Because you get so used to things tasting
you do, but no,
way.
I'm just saying we find excuses.
I agree with that.
We're going to the store, so that shouldn't be an excuse, because you're already going to the store. You're just picking up the wrong things. So let's pick up the right things, and that'll be part of the battle. We can. And then the other part is exercise, because I think about it every morning, like, "Ooh, it's be a good day," and then I'm like, "Oh, but the bed it feels so comfortable."
And I was just getting in that, breaking those old habits and getting into routines and being able to do those things, because it's hard. I can't even sit there and say it's easy. It's very much hard. When I was younger, I did it in a heartbeat and didn't have a problem exercising and getting up and eating right. And I remember when I was married, I did all that stuff and couldn't tell me nothing. But now I'm like, I don't want to do nothing. I just want to lay in the bed and watch a movie. If my grandson come over, we like, ooh, let's cuddle up, watch a movie, eat popcorn, eat candy, so you do all the bad stuff. And then I'm like, you don't normally eat like this when he's not here, so I don't know. I feel like you should not, I feel like with intimacy though, you have to be open to, even if you're uncomfortable, being able to be intimate with your partner though, because you don't want your partner or to have an excuse of a reason why to step out. That's just my personal opinion. Even though men at times don't need a reason to step out, or people don't need a reason. I'm not going to say necessarily say men, because if they want to cheat, they're going to cheat. But I feel like you should, if they're comfortable with you, you got to get out of your head and be able to.
Yeah, I do. But again, and I think it's easier to say that than to be in my head space, in my space.
To be vulnerable enough to just allow it to happen.
No, I'm thinking it's easier for somebody to say, Rhonda, get out your head.
Okay.
Rhonda, you need to be okay with how you look. You need to be okay with how you're built. You need to be okay with the flab. You need to, because if he's okay, then you should be okay. That's easy for somebody else to say, but then it's harder for me to take in, because it's me, and I know I don't want to be okay with it.
And I get that.
And I'm not okay. Not I don't want to be. I'm not okay. So I just need to change. I just need to do the things that I need to do to be where I want to be. I just need to do that. And then then I won't have any. I won't have those issues. It's just getting there. I have to get out. I need to I already know what I need to do. Rhonda, if you don't like the flab, then eat better and exercise. Well, then, Rhonda, if you don't like it and you're not eating better, then why are you complaining about it? I'm not. So then I'm not complaining. I'm just not. I'm not doing anything. So,
and this is crazy because we have this conversation as best friends all the time, not on camera. And so it's just, and for a while, I would just be like she said, get out your head because ain't nothing wrong with you. And again, I understand that because she says the same thing to me. You're fine. Because I'll talk about myself. She'll be like, you're fine. But I do get being in your head, but I try to help her because I'm like, your husband loves you.
mm-hmm.
And you need to see that. But I do understand the part of not liking yourself, but I'm just like, I don't know. I just feel like he's okay.
He is. And so it's not about him.
I know that, but
it's never going to be about him. It's about how I feel about me. So it's just hard for me to be that, to put on the lingerie and walk, because I'm like, now, Rhonda, you jiggling and wiggling all over the place, and that's not cute. I'm sorry, it's just not cute.
But you
keep saying he. It's not he. You need to say you.
Okay, you. Okay,
stop saying he. Because we know he is okay.
Well, and I know he's okay. So I'm saying, then if I don't know, it will never. I will never understand it because I get that you saying it's you, but I also am like, you're not as bad as you think that you are, and I get you aren't where you were when you was 20, so you're still probably in your mind visualizing what you kind of want to look like. But as we age, we gain weight. As we age, our skin starts to sag. As we age, your body shifts and your body changes. So unless you're going to stay in the gym, eat right, have plastic surgery, do all those things, then you're going to have to understand it's going to come with some of those changes as we age.
Yeah.
And even if you get in the gym, doesn't mean that your skin may snap back like it did when you was 20.
Yeah.
And it still may sag and hang.
But then I think it still might be a mental thing. Because if I go to the gym for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and in my mind, I'm like, and this happens all the time, I start to feel better.
Mm-hmm.
So now that I'm feeling better, I'm going to respond differently because I'm feeling better.
So let me ask you this, though. When you have done those long terms going to the gym, you say you feel better. Do you initiate in those periods?
I'm not an initiator.
Do you do things outside the box?
I'm not an initiator, so okay. That's just not going to happen.
Do you look?
And I'm not going to say it's not going to happen. That's not my.
You just don't.
Yeah.
So do you do things outside the box? So say maybe you're feeling.
No, better. I don't, and I could, but I don't.
But you just said it's a mind thing, so that's what I'm trying to.
But that's not all intimacy to me. That's not.
I'm saying, are you saying, do you even just come?
No, so I just feel better. So now I'm more willing to. Okay, now I don't mind you touch it. Now you still can't touch, maybe right there. Mm-hmm. But now I don't mind you touching. Now I don't mind you. Or now I don't mind. It's hard to explain, and the only one that's going to get it is me.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to explain. I can't explain it.
That's okay. I'm just trying to understand because you said you feel better. So I'm just saying, when you feel better in those moments, do you take the opportunity at those times, since I'm feeling better, mm-hmm. to do something different that you haven't done? Because now I'm feeling better. So maybe I might not have maybe I always wore a muumuu gown because it's comfortable. But now I might be just wearing a little small t-shirt and some
panties. Now, see, and I will do that.
Okay.
And I do that anyway.
But okay, so I'm saying, do you step out of your normal once you start to change or feel better?
No, because I think I just get to the start
And then you feel better.
Yeah.
And then you quit.
And then I'm back to not being in the gym or not
Okay.
eating best. And
Okay.
so now it was just the start.
Okay.
So again, that's why I'm saying I know it's mental. It's just a mental thing.
So do you think therapy would help, or you just think you just got to go to the gym?
I think just therapy is for everybody for all kinds of reasons. And so, yeah, therapy could help. Now, it could, because, and I've thought about that. See, even after we've had this conversation the last time, I was like, therapy, because they can help you figure out why you feel the way you feel, or why you respond the way you respond to certain things. So yeah, I think therapy would be good. It wouldn't hurt.
I agree. And maybe, it would just help you with the mental part aspect. I mean, not necessarily that you're going to get all the way past your wall that you got up with yourself, but it may help you, like you said, understand the root cause of it. And a lot of it too, I think it's got to do with just looking. Like, I remember looking at, not that my mom was this huge, heavy woman, but I remember as a young kid saying, "Oh, I don't want to be as big as my mom was," or whatever. And now look at me, so fat. But so and that's why I said, so it might be mental things that we think about, or just like, oh, I want my legs to look a certain way. I remember this as a child, or just different stuff like that. So that's what I'm saying. Maybe just you can get back to the root cause of what's going on. But I do agree. I think that counseling definitely could help. I'm not a person that is bothered by this. So this topic is more.
It's me. I get it.
I'm a hot mess.
And I'll get there. I'll get there eventually. And people may be looking, Rhonda, but you don't look. Trust me, it's all an illusion.
She says that all the time.
All an illusion. I do a lot of tucking and folding and stuffing.
The stories we tell.
So it's just me. But so let me ask you, does your weight play a role in your intimacy? And if it does, how do you deal with it? And if it did, how did you deal with it? How did you get past that?
And if weight doesn't, I mean, maybe like for me, weight really doesn't affect me overall, maybe just the flexibility part. But if just basically give us your input.
And as always, thank you for tuning in and watching our channel and supporting us. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And also in the comments below, let us know what other topics you want us to touch on. And until next time,